Good morning, good morning. You're live with TST Radio. I am your host, Marcus Johnson. Today we're going to get started. First off, I want to say congratulations to my brother, Kevin Lacey. He's the starting quarterback at Tuskegee University. He has just been added to the BCFHOF Player of the Year award. He's just been nominated for that award. So big ups to Kevin. He's having a great season. He's having a great season this year. Yeah, give it up for him. Claps for him. Claps for him. That's my brother right there. His stats so far with 5 games, he's accumulated 1,036 yards passing. He's averaging 207.20 yards a game. He got 62 of 101 completed of his passes. He has 9 touchdowns. He a 61.39 completion percentage. He has rushed for 133 yards. And let me remind you that it is only after 5 games, so he is on a great start to his season on this year. So good luck to him. Hopefully he keeps it up and he win the award at the end of the year. Moving on to some more news. Illinois, the University of Illinois, they just recently this year they hired Coach Lovie Smith as their head coach. They feel like Coach Lovie Smith will turn the program around. Also, another thing they think that's going to turn that program around, they are looking to spend $132 million on rebuilding Memorial Stadium, their stadium. So they're going to be adding training and recovery facilities, recruiting spaces, locker rooms. They're going to redo the east side stands. It's a lot more. You can go on my pages and on Facebook and Twitter and check them out. They expect this to be done by the summer of 2019. So I'm ready to see what it would look like. They feel like after hiring Coach Lovie Smith, this is another step towards becoming a championship program for them. So they feel like this will help turn that program around. Keep the fans excited about the season, the players excited. So they're looking to spend some money and rebuild their stadium. Moving on, the Dallas Cowboys have released a date that Romo will be cleared. He has one more week. After this week, he will be cleared to play. Like I reported on last week, we're going to see if they're going to what role Dak Prescott will now play in that offense. So with Romo coming back, will Dak be the backup or will he continue to be the starter? Dak Prescott is looking very good. They won on yesterday. The Cowboys are now 3-1, so they're off to a good start. Dak Prescott has them in a very, very good position to be successful, even though if he don't continue to be their quarterback or if Romo comes and take over, either way they're in a good position to be successful right now. So that would be something to look into, I think. So moving on, Josh Norman's celebration on yesterday. Josh Norman did the arrow shooting celebration. And he got flagged for it, and the flag was he actually called shooting a bow and arrow. I don't think he should have got a flag for that celebration. I've seen worse celebrations. I don't think he was actually acting like he was shooting the bow and arrow at the other team, so he wasn't taunting the team. He was celebrating. I think they even said he was on the sideline, and they flagged him for that. I don't agree with that call. I don't know if it's going to be fines involved or whatever, but I don't think that it should. He shouldn't have got penalized on yesterday. But I would love to hear your thoughts on that. So if you're listening right now, hit me up and let me know what you think about that call on yesterday. Other news: Alabama. I reported on last week that Alabama was going to have some big time recruits in for the Kentucky game. They actually got one of those recruits to commit. Dalen Moses. He was one of those big names that I had named. On last week, so they was able to recruit one of those guys. That is great for them. Like I said, I think he runs a 4.3 or 4.35. I'm thinking he's a linebacker, great football instincts. He's a great athlete. Other news in the NFL: the U.S. Supreme Court has refused to hear the Redskins' appeal in the federal trademark case. So, they was going to appeal that because I know they were saying that their trademark was offensive. So, they was going to appeal it. But now the U.S. Supreme Court has denied that appeal. So, guess that's the end of that. I don't think there's no much more they can do about that. So, moving on. Per Sports Illustrated, Charlie Strong is in jeopardy of losing his job at the end of this season. They reported that they got this news from a highly ranked officials at the University of Texas. So Charlie Strong has been struggling to get this program back to its expectations. I think the biggest success they've had is 2006. I think it was when Vince Young was there and they beat USC in the national championship at the Rose Bowl. They haven't been able to get back to that caliber since Mac Brown has left. Like I said, Charlie Strong has been struggling. This news is really coming from highly officials, like I said, so it could be some truth in it. I don't know how true this is, but I think there's some truth in it. Sports Illustrated is a very good source, and they said they got it from a good source, so a highly ranked official. So it could be true. He could be on his way out as the University of Texas head football coach. Texas is 2-2 right now. Maybe they can pull it together and change it around and get back to saving his job. I don't see them turning their season around. I think that Texas is Texas. They're not saying that they have a history of losing, but recently they're not producing right now. So I don't think that the season is going to get any better. And I don't not saying that it's going to get worse, but I just don't see their season getting any better. And if this is true that Charlie Strong's job is in jeopardy, he will be fired at the end of the season because I don't see this getting any better. To some high school basketball, Pelham's power forward Alex Reese will be announcing his college decision this week. He has offers from Alabama, the University of Alabama, and he have an offer from the University of Alabama in Birmingham. So he will be making that decision on this week. I'm interested to see which way he would go. The University of Alabama, I know their program is on the rise right now with Coach Avery Johnson coming into that program, trying to change that program around and get it back and get it to competing with in the tournament on this year. So in March, so maybe he will be a great asset if Alabama can land him. So I have the AP poll for this week. After week 5, we're headed into week 6 right now. At number 1 stays the same, Alabama. At number 2, Ohio State. At number 3, Clemson has climbed to number 3 after knocking off Louisville this weekend. Michigan is at 4 after defeating Wisconsin. Washington is moved up to 5 from 10 after beating Stanford on this weekend. Houston at 6. Louisville is at 7. Texas A&M is at 8. Tennessee is at 9. And Miami has moved up to 10. Louisville, like I said, is at 7. This weekend, they took on Clemson. Like I said on Facebook, Lamar Jackson, he's a great athlete. He's a great Heisman candidate. He's gonna be on everyone's top. He's gonna be at the top of everyone's Heisman list. But I don't think that. I know I had him on my top 10 quarterbacks. I had him at number 1. I'm sorry, but after watching him this weekend, I don't think that he's one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the nation. I don't think he's one of the best athletes, but he's not the best quarterback. If you watch the game, when Clemson was successful with keeping him within the pocket, he struggled. He had no success within the pocket. He looked lost. He didn't look comfortable when they had him in the pocket. But when they let him that second half, when he was able to scramble a lot more, and they had more success. But you can't name a top 10 quarterback off of scrambling and running. A quarterback throws the football, and he manages the football game and don't turn it over. Lamar Jackson has those. He has the ability, but right now he's just not a pocket passer, and he will not be successful at the next level. He's a college football quarterback, but he's not a NFL quarterback, and I can't put him in that top because he don't have the pocket presence. Once he get his pocket presence better, I feel like he will be in that. He could be considered, but right now I'm going to go against what I said on the other day, and Lamar Jackson is off of my he's off of my top 10 quarterback list after the performance I seen. Back to the NFL. On tonight, the Giants and the Vikings will be going head to head. Running back Rashard Jennings has been reported out for the Giants tonight with a thumb injury. So that will be something interesting to see how that will affect tonight's game. He hurt his thumb on last week, so we'll be looking to see tonight how that affects this game. Jumping back to college football, Tennessee is. I was talking to some people. We was just talking about some college football, and I made the comment that Tennessee is really looking like that team that Auburn had that year when they went to the national championship. So I'm kind of nervous. Like, will their season play out like Auburn's? Every game at the end, they get this lucky play and win the football game, and it gets them to the national championship. I'm kind of nervous. We have to play Tennessee, and as an Alabama fan, you know, we're that team where the teams always get those lucky plays you've never seen before, like kick six. Last year with Ole Miss when we deflected the ball and it bounced off the guy's helmet and the guy catches it and runs for a touchdown. We always get those fluke plays, and Tennessee is looking like that fluke play team this year. And as an Alabama fan, I'm kind of nervous when we play Tennessee because this might be one of those fairy tale seasons for them, and everything goes their way. And you get what I'm saying. You saw Auburn that year, and it's kind of scaring me. I'm kind of like on Tennessee right now. Like this weekend, they was getting handled by Georgia, came back and won it on a Hail Mary. It's crazy right now. It's crazy right now. Must I remind you, tomorrow I will be at Lagoon Park covering slow pitch softball. Come out and support. I've seen a couple faces out there that I haven't seen. Seen some new faces out there, so come out and support. Like I said, it's great competition and all that good stuff. So come out, and watch those ladies and gentlemen perform on tomorrow at Lagoon Park. We will be there covering it. If you can't make it, we will have highlights for you. But that is my time for the day. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Marcus Johnson. Thank you.